The sound of the show breaking down has been one of the best. I think this is our 8th or 9th. It's the best one yet. We're talking with Jim Young. Jim, this is your baby. Congratulations. You and your team did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to kind of come one of these things, oh, it looks great, everything's going good, but the guys, my team that puts this together, we were just even talking about Conference Live, that started with a desk and a laptop, right? And now it's got 5 guys working it. We were doing live feeds on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, all live from this. It's all being recorded. People are tweeting. It's not just this team, but my entire team that builds this exhibit floor and does all the session rooms and gets all the speakers. Howard, Lisa, you know these guys. Just crazy.
Because it's one thing when you get the greatest minds in the smart building controls coming to one location, but then the fact that you hired the best people in production, video, you got to spare no expense to make sure this is an incredible conference. So
best doesn't necessarily always just equate to the most expensive people, but these people legitimately care, right? Yeah. So they come here. They're here to serve. Everybody coming, everybody's traveling long distances to come here. We got 3 days to show these people that we're concerned about their time, and I think they do a great job.
Well done. Kenny's got a question for you.
Well, not really a question, it's just kind of an observation. 2 things. One, the scale here, this is the largest show, over 2,500 people, and it was just so well conceived that there was never congestion. The sessions, the breakouts were our only problem. There was too many people trying to get in the same sessions, and they were extraordinary.
So we had 160 sessions this year.
Right, and so
that grew by 50. We had 110 sessions last year.
Well, it's amazing, and that just to the calibrate, recalibrate. We were talking about the different things that emerged. Cybersecurity, probably number 1. Number 2, data and analytics. But we saw the stakeholders here had mixed around the vendors. Every vendor said this was the best show that they've been at because of the traffic, because of the potential for business.
Well, and I was just talking to Jerry, and he says, what was the number 1 trend? You remember that chasm we've been talking about?
Right.
It's we jumped.
Yeah,
nice. We jumped. So we had one guy in a meeting, and we're talking about the base building network and how it's got to be standard operating procedure in every new building or a retrofit of a building. And he was pushing back, saying, I need the numbers from my executives. And one guy said, I hate to push back. He was in the audience. He said, no, we have the numbers, but if you're just worrying about numbers, you don't understand what's going on. And then I said, do you want to be the last chapter of the last page of the 50-page old book, or the first chapter of the Nest book, right? So you're getting ready to build a $10, $20, $100 million project. It's going to last 10, 20, 30 years. Okay. Which book do you want to be part of, the last chapter or the first? And then the gentleman from Ford he said, I've got the responsibility of building this world-class campus, new headquarters, and he says this building needs to be state-of-the-art 10 years from now. He says that requires homework and digging and vision, and I just couldn't have said it any better than him.
Well, Jim, we could go on and on. I know you're exhausted, so we're just going to hop up. But just suffice it to say, you talk about jumping the chasm. It's a little bit like when Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile for the first time. People didn't think it could be done, and then once it did, it became the new normal, the new standard. So congratulations on setting a new standard. Our industry is lucky to have you and your staff. What you guys do is fantastic.
Back at you guys, man. You're one of the 2 of the hardest working people I know, and you're relentless, and you do such a service to this industry because this is well and beyond what you do for your day job, and just this communication, this connection.
Appreciate that, Jim.
A+. Really a pleasure working with you guys.
Thank you so much, Jim. Jim, congratulations on a great conference.
Thank you, sir.
Jim Young, Realcomm, IBcon.